I've been to other conventions when I was younger, but it's nothing like what it is now. It's insane.
Epic. It's like the event.
It's a huge. It's like a Mardi Gras madness, you know, without the beads.
We've even watched it change from when we first started going to Comic-Con.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, what about the convention circuit for you?
Right.
What was your first Comic-Con experience like?
It was not dissimilar to yours, where we walked out on stage and people went crazy. We were like, you don't even know who we are.
Didn't you feel like
had you guys aired already?
Yeah.
So you guys had already been on air for a while, right? Before you went to Comic-Con the first time?
I think we had done a season.
A little bit. Wow.
I don't like lost.
Convention circuit a lot? I did at first for a while. Honestly, it was a great way to see the world.
Yeah.
Meet fans from around the world. Say thank you face to face. Really cool experience. Meet other sci-fi actors and actresses. Hang out. Like it's fun, you know. And then when you see them at Comic-Con or you see them at whatever event, it's like there's a connection, which is really cool. But then I stopped doing them for a while and had my daughter, and now I do one every year in England where I raise money for my charity.
Oh, how nice!
And I did a few this year in the States, which I hadn't done in a long time. So it's fun. It's like kind of fun to connect again.
I think so.
But it's a cool thing. As long as you I wouldn't go all the time, but. It's really cool. And the fans, oh my God.
An international superstar, Miss Amanda Tapping.
I would go.
It's crazy.
But I would want to go the way we went. Yeah. Because we were chaperoned. We didn't have to wait in all the crazy lines. We were able to kind of maneuver through a lot of it.
See, if you went to a regular convention now, you'd never make this.
No, not. What you mean once the show debuts?
It was kind of nice being a little bit anonymous.
I
know, right? Yeah, it's kind of nice being anonymous and not really. I think it was a good way. Yeah, there's so much so to get offered to roll on. Did you hear that story?
Oh yeah,
it's a pretty funny story.
She has a great story with Jamil.
So Jamil and I, it was I think our very first day there. We had just landed in San Diego and. Jamil and I needed to kill some time before this event we had that evening, and so I was like, well, I've already been to the convention center. Here, I'll take you. So he and I wander on over there, and I bring him up to the Stargate booth and Jamil freaks out like a kid in a candy store. He's just so happy, and so I think the people working it thought that we were uber fans of the show. So this darling, very sweet girl comes up to us and is like, hi guys, would either of you be interested in entering a contest? It's for a chance to win a guest star in the new Stargate Universe. We literally, entered, right? we won, you know? And I mean, I thought that my audition was great, but apparently it was the contest that got me. Oh well. But yeah, it was priceless. It was one of those moments you couldn't write. It was so priceless. We didn't correct her. We were like, we're good. However, could you take our picture in front of the Stargate? And she totally obliged us. So it was really,
that's pretty funny.
That's awesome. Pretty funny.
I actually was wondering, this is my first pregnancy working on a show, but both of you worked when you were pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Was it hard? Did you find it difficult?
My first pregnancy was with my daughter on ER, and they wrote it into the show.
The storyline. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I had to actually give birth, my character, before I actually gave birth.
For the first time?
For the first time.
So you wouldn't know.
And all I know is, at first, I was going through this whole, hypnobirthing. Oh, yeah. It's going to be so easy, and just think of everything opening. Well, after 36 hours of labor, 3 hours of pushing, I called the director. I'm like, you know what? I wasn't dramatic enough. We need to reshoot all those scenes of me screaming.
Because there's nothing zen and opening about it.
How about there's things opening? Did you work?
I was really lucky. I was pregnant on Stargate. I was about 4 months pregnant when we wrapped the season. So I was just getting nice and thick, and we were doing this more I couldn't remember lines. My body was thick. It was crazy.
So what do?
Try thinking invisible.
But I was playing a dorked out version.
Is that how I represent myself?
No. Oh.
Anyhow, nice and thick and couldn't remember your lines.
Can't remember lines.
But you were glowing, damn it.
But glowing like a sweet pig. No, but I and my character, they were doing this dorky version of Carter. So I got to wear big sweaters and I played a dorky kind of goofy version of myself.
So they had
it super easy.
That was
fun.
And then I came back, I think I missed 3 or 4 episodes of the start of the next season and came back.
When else but Samantha Carter could have pulled your ass out of the fire. Well, this is one of those times.
Reporting is ordered, sir.
And brought my baby daughter with me.
Yay!
Yeah, I was super, my God. 18 months, the first 18 months of her life. We're in a trailer on this lot.
Yeah, it's awesome. I bring my kids here. Well, you guys always see them, and they love it. They think that I come to work and eat cupcakes. Yeah, because they go to the
You know what? I always have to say, I really thank Hunter Tyler, because he was the first person to go up against a major producer.
Wasn't it Spelling?
It was Spelling.
Yeah.
And sued for rights for women. To become, pregnant while in a show, because he had let her go, and
because he thought her sex appeal would be brought down,
her sex appeal would be diminished, and
Clearly
she was 5-6 months pregnant, and she showed up.
That's right.
You are voluptuous.
Then nobody would find her sexy. Isn't that crazy?
How do you work with being a mom and kids? Can you focus, or do you have to completely remove yourself from your mommy role to play your TV role and your work role?
Well, I mean, I think all 3 of us can answer that, and you will one day. You will have
I
to.
have a 10-year
so
plan.
listen up.
Doesn't come into the last years.
But I
10
think
years happens quick.
Yeah, it really does.
one of the main thing that happens is your priorities change.
Totally.
Yes.
Completely changes. It, like right now you're just discovering and you're figuring out and you have a path that you want to take as an actress, and then once a kid comes along, everything changes. You reprioritize.
It gives you amazing perspective. I think
amazing perspective.
Yeah.
And
nothing is as important.
No. And it becomes a great job and a job. But a job. And I think I actually have a different journey than all of you will, because I started my acting career as I had kids. I don't know why, and I don't know how. But when we were at Comic-Con, I brought my kids, and I remember Ming saying, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
But I've never done it
Any
otherwise.
other way.
So for me, actually, my kids help focus me, because I don't pay attention to I have to walk the red carpet in 20 minutes, or I have to say something intelligent in this interview. It's okay, the kids' bags are packed, the babysitter's here, John, you're going to be here until 10, and then you're going to meet us at the panel, right? And
Yeah,
so
I did that. I took
for
Olivia
me, it
to
was
Comic-Con.
focus.
I think it's nice because it's kind of that's your world are those children, so it kind of makes everything else a little less not important, but a little less precious. You don't. Not everything is riding on those things, because those little people are the world.
And your identity isn't completely just entrenched in your work.
Right.
You took your daughter to set when you were on ER,
Oh,
right?
yes.
So,
I mean, I was breastfeeding her on set, and I mean, she did.
Pulling off your P90, running into the trailer,
I'll never
stripping
forget,
off the vest.
I'll never forget one day.
And going, I really need to nurse, guys.
Yes, oh my God, I was so engorged. And,
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
The women will appreciate this one.
The women will get
sci-fi, but I told one of the ADs, I have to go pump. I have to go pump. And they're like, okay, so I go into my trailer, and then this is, and the AD is standing at the door of my trailer, and I hear this, Ming's got a pump, about 15, okay, and then you just hear, I could just tell them, everybody is on their walkies, Ming's got a pump,
Ming's pumping,
she's double pumping, she'll be there quick.
Oh my gosh.
There's no more sense of
concern
about anything.
Yeah.
Well, and I
As
think
the scene goes on, and you get bigger and bigger, and I'm about to bust out of this.
It really hurts.
I feel like I should be on a whole different movie.
We did when I did Atlantis, I did an episode of Atlantis, and I was in a wetsuit underneath my costume.
Oh.
And I was breastfeeding, and Olivia wouldn't take a bottle.
Oh.
And so I remember there was a break. There's going to be this camera set up, Amanda. You've got about 20 minutes. And I ran to my trailer, stripped off my costume, pulled down the top of my wetsuit, strapped on the baby in my doorway, dripping wet. My Nanny's just sitting there going, for real? And I'm like,
Yeah, well, okay, good. Ripper for me. Oh, God.
Trying to pull out.
But I get
that's what you do,
that's
right?
What you do. And the thing is, I get asked a lot, like, how do you manage? Don't you guys shoot long hours? And I feel like we're super lucky on our show. We've got 9 leads, so it's a very collaborative cast. For my schedule, it's been wonderful. I think like any working mom, you figure it out. You get help when you need it. And some things go by the wayside, and the most important things come through, and you just sort of, you work it out.
And if you put family first, everything else falls into place.
Yeah.
It really
does. If you try to shoehorn something else in, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
right.
Magically it falls into place.
Yeah.
That's true.